Man, guys and girls, what's good? It's your boy 005 Dynasty. So, I've been on this whole thing on YouTube talking about sample-based musical producers. Remember the whole Knife Wonder thing when, Knife Wonder was saying, like, he was talking about keyboard producers compared to sample-based musical producers and saying, like, most people don't try to sample because it's too hard for them and, like, the whole publishing thing, and then, it was a lot of videos that was going down, right? So I started to see these videos pop up on the internet. So I started to speak up for the producers who create original. But I think people, they don't understand me. Like, I like sample-based musical producers and I like original musical producers. When I first started getting into the game, I was all about sampling, okay? I wasn't being original. I was a sample-based musical producer. Now, peep game. So we're on Instagram right now, right? And the page that you're on, or that I'm on, is Hood Legend 516. So the rap artist name is Legend. That's my twin brother. When he first started in the music industry, he had a manager and stuff like that, and they were pushing him on all the mix CDs. Like he was on Big Mike, he was on DJ Cool Kid, he was on DJ On Point. Like he was doing his thing in underground. The early 2000s. This is when the Locks was doing their things, Dipset was doing their thing, 50 Cent, like, you got the whole Jay-Z thing going on, with the young men from Philly and all that, everything. There's all the streets is going crazy. It's CDs, it's DVDs. Y'all already know the game back in the days, right? So I had just started learning how to make beats from the gentleman Mighty K, DJ Mighty K. He's the one who put me on to making beats on the computer. So, guys, listen. This is an album right here. The album is called The Next Level, okay? This is Legend's album. It was produced by his manager, DC3 or DC from Central Station. So you can say DC3, the number 3, or DC from Central Station, right? He produced the album. Now, when we decided to work with him, for him to manage Legend and for him to produce the album, I told him at the time, like, yo, I'm a up-and-coming producer and I want to be on the album. He said if he was going to do the album and manage Legend, part of the deal was that he did all the production for the entire album. I said, well, can I at least provide some of the samples so that I could get some type of input on the album? I didn't want to be left off of my twin brother's album. This is his first album. I wasn't left off of my twin brother's first mix CD. I helped my twin brother with his first mix CD. I helped do the cover, and I helped, find, stuff for him for it, like beats and stuff like that, instrumentals. Like, I was there. I was helping my twin brother with the first mix CD, like putting a lot of input in there. And now when the album came, I didn't want to be left off of my twin brother's album. So what the agreement was, is like on some of the tracks, I would find the samples. So I was digging. I was digging for samples, guys. I was doing the Knife Wonder thing. I was doing the DJ Premier thing. I was doing like all these top tier producers, Alchemist. I was doing that. Now I wasn't doing it on records, but I was online searching. I was hitting up all the, the pirating type of softwares, and I was searching. I was digging. And I found some samples, guys and girls. I found some samples, man. So you probably can't see it on here, but you probably wouldn't even know where to read at. But let's see. Oh, there, I could blow it up. So here's the credits. You always want to get your credits. Whatever you do, whatever project you work on, you want to have your name on the credits. You have to, because this is the only way and you want to document it. You want to put it online, because if stuff gets destroyed or lost, you ain't gonna have it no more, and you won't be able to get your credit. Mind you, some of my hard drives back in the days, they crashed on me and they got wiped out. So I don't have a lot of these photos. Luckily, Legend has it on his Instagram, and I was shocked. We was talking about, I was like, oh my God, you got that stuff? So look, it says all tracks produced by DC3. It says it right there. It says samples on tracks 2, 7, 8, 10, 12, 15, and 18 provided by Jamel Pearson. That's me. I'm Jamel Pearson. Jamel Pearson for L Team Entertainment, which stands for Legendary Team. Short is L Team Entertainment, right? tracks 2, 3, 5, 20 mixed by Tic Tac. And that's on if you go on Instagram right now, the artist known as Thomas Piper, that's Tic Tac. He's a famous artist in the industry right now. He was doing all the mixing, most of the mixing for the people in the hood out here in Roosevelt and Uniondale. I told you, man, I know famous people. I worked with famous people before they were famous. You know what I'm saying? Afro Soul Studios. That was Tic Tac. You know, he's Thomas Piper now. And then also mixed by Randy Batiste. I can't say his name. And DJ Bigger. Now, the guy Randy had one of the most expensive studios that we've ever been to. You know, the equipment in there is crazy. All analog gear. All, you know what I'm saying? All the stuff that, you know, the people talk about on YouTube now, we were in these studios, man. Trust me. So, bunch of studios. So the album got mixed down in a couple studios, but there's the credits, right? Yeah. So all songs written by Taiwan Pearson. So look, this is 24 song album. Legend, the rap artist legend, my twin brother, Hood Legend 516, or if you want to say words from a true legend, his real name is Taiwan Pearson. He wrote every last song, 24 songs for his album, and he got his credit for it. It's on the insert, Taiwan Pearson. Now, we don't have legendaryteam.com anymore because we lost the domain. I didn't think to pay for it throughout all these years, but yeah, you know what I'm saying? Central Station Clothing. And you can still find that low. You to see the mix CD. This is the first mix one. This is the first mix CD right there. That cover right there, and it says also available. But look at the people that's on there. Look how terrible my graphics were, man. My graphics is so bad. But listen, look at all the people that see this Reek. Yeah, I know Reek the villain. He was signed to Busta Rhymes conglomerate. Also, Cash Money, Bad Boy, and all of them. There's Reek. Okay, there's Arliss Michaels. Y'all know Arliss Michaels, Real Talk TV. You know what I'm saying? There's Mighty K. There's All Z. That's my older brother. There's DC. There's Kitty. I'm up here too. Like you see me, like I'm up here in the red, but the picture's kind of cut off or whatever, right? But yeah, guys and girls, trust me on that. The sample game, I like the sample game, so don't get me wrong, but hear me out, man. We were grinding in the early 2000s, okay? Like grinding, like doing stuff. Here's the front of the cover. You know what I mean? Here's the front of the cover. We were like out there grind. Listen, see? Busta Rhymes came down. You see him throwing up the L's for L Team. That's my whole family right there. That's the manager right there in the front. Right there, that's DC3. That's Legend's manager. Well, he was his manager. That's Legend right there. That's me right here. You know what I'm saying? That's me. That's my older brother, All ZD. That's my pops right there. That's legit my pops right there. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So, album drop. We got our manager. Well, not our manager. Legend's manager got famous people coming out to get the album. Coming from everywhere. You know what I'm saying? All over Brooklyn, Manhattan. You know what I'm saying? There's Legend right there. But it's crazy, guys. So I just wanted to point that out to you guys and girls to show y'all I'm not going against the sampling community. I was a part of it, you know what I'm saying? But when I hear people who are going against the people who create original, I don't think that's right. We got to give people who create original the same respect that we give the people who create sampling, no matter if they're a top-tier musical producer or not. We just can't have anybody out here in the world that's disrespecting the other side of music production. And that's where I was going when I was talking about the sample base versus original music production. But anyway, just let y'all know, man, I was doing it with my twin brother, with my family, with Reek. You know what I'm saying? Everybody back in 2003, 2004, 2005, we were doing it. We were in the streets. We were grinding. So when I see people on YouTube and they doing this content creation type of videos, I come from a different world, man. I come from a world where you could get a famous person like Busta Rhymes to come down and buy a street album. Can you guys get Busta Rhymes to go to your neighborhood and buy your street album? You know what I'm saying? Come down and sign people from your hood. He signed my cousin from my hood Can you guys do that? Yeah, you can do that, man. But you got to put in the work. Sitting on YouTube and just doing product review videos and talking about an update and, and giving people this false hope and just half information, it's not going to work, man. That's not where it's at. That's not music. That's not real life. You see this picture right here? This is real life right here. This is us out here hustling, selling the product, selling music, man, selling the dream, living the dream. This is what I'm talking. This is what we need to see on YouTube. We need to see you guys and girls get up out of your little rooms and your home studios and get out there and put in the work, man. I don't care if you're an older guy or older woman, you can still put in the work. And if you're younger, you should be out there putting in that work, networking, building relationships, doing freestyles, and doing songs with people, dropping 16s here, dropping a hook here, doing the graphic design, doing whatever you got to do, but become a real person on this earth and stop being a puppet for these big companies and sitting in your room doing product reviews and tutorials and walkthroughs and get my sample pack and all this other crazy buffoonery. Get out there and put in the work, guys and girls. And if you want to sit in your room and put in the work, but still put in the work, man, the show more than what y'all are doing, man. The game is a lot bigger and better than what you guys are showing. And I lived it. Guys. What I'm saying, when I'm talking to y'all, talking about with you guys, I lived it. I know, man. I've been around tons of famous people in my life, and I never tried to be famous. So let's get that straight. I always wanted to work for my family, help my family out. But I'm telling you guys, it's a different side to music production than what we're seeing in the game in 2025. So let's get with the program and let's get out of this rut that we're in and let's get out there and flourish, all of us. It's your boy 005 Dynasty. Don't forget to hit me up on Google. Don't forget to hit me up on Instagram and hit me up on YouTube. I'm out of here.